Continuing with Chapter 4, Objective 5, define, pronounce, and spell complementary terms related to the integumentary system. So there's quite a few of both built from word parts and not built from word parts, so let's go ahead and get started. They're not listed on the slide, so just follow along in your textbook. The first one, dermatologist, physician who studies and treats skin diseases. Dermatology, so the abbreviation is derm, study of the skin. Epidermal, pertaining to upon the skin. Erythroderma, red skin. Hypodermic, pertaining to under the skin. Intradermal, pertaining to within the skin. Keratogenic, producing horny tissue. Leukoderma, white skin. Necrosis, abnormal condition of death. Percutaneous, pertaining to through the skin. Staphylococcus, and then the plural would be staphylococci. And again, the abbreviation is just staph, S-T-A-P-H, which is a berry-shaped bacterium in grape-like clusters. Streptococcus, then the plural is streptococci. The abbreviation is strep, berry-shaped bacterium in twisted chains. Subcutaneous, pertaining to under the skin. Subungual, pertaining to under the nail. Transdermal, pertaining to through the nail. Pertaining to through the skin. Ungual, pertaining to the nail. Xanthoderma, yellow skin. Xerosis, abnormal condition of dryness. So again, those were all built from word parts. So again, prefix, suffix, word root, study those word parts instead of the long medical terms. Now this slide shows just common routes of administration. The first one is intradermal, meaning pertaining to within the skin. Then you have the transdermal patch, so it's going through the skin. And then subcutaneous and hypodermic both mean the same thing, which is pertaining to under the skin. Next, we have complementary terms not built from word parts, which just makes it harder to learn them. Just a lot more time practicing, basically. So the first one, alopecia, loss of hair or baldness. Bacteria is plural, bacterium is singular. Single-celled microorganisms that reproduce by cell division and may cause infection by invading body tissue. Cicatrix is a scar. Cyst, closed sac containing fluid or semi-solid material. Cytomegalovirus, herpes-type virus that usually causes disease when the immune system is compromised. Diaphoresis is sweating. Ecchymosis is singular. Ecchymoses is plural. This is escape of blood into the skin or mucous membrane, causing a small, flat, purple or blue discoloration. Edema is swelling, puffing swelling of tissue from the accumulation of fluid. Erythema is redness. Fungus is singular. Fungi is plural. This is an organism that feeds by absorbing organic molecules from its surrounding and may cause infection by invading body tissue. Induration is an abnormal hard spot or area of the skin. Jaundice, condition characterized by a yellow coloring of the skin, mucous membranes, and sclera, which is the whites of the eye. Keloid is an overgrowth of scar tissue. Leukoplakia, condition characterized by white spots or patches on mucous membranes, which may be precancerous. Macule, flat colored spot on the skin. Anevis, which is singular, anevi is plural, is a circumscribed malformation of the skin, usually brown, black, or flesh-colored. This is also a mole or a birthmark. Nodule, small knot-like mass that can be felt by touch. Pallor is paleness. Papule, small solid skin elevation. Petechia, and the plural is petechii, pinpoint skin hemorrhage. And then we have pressure injury, damage of the skin and the subcutaneous tissue caused by prolonged pressure. Next is pruritus, which is itching. Purpura, small hemorrhage in the skin. Pustule, elevation of skin containing pus. Ulcer, erosion of the skin or mucous membrane. Verruca, circumscribed cutaneous elevation caused by a virus, also called a wart. Vesicle, small elevation of the epidermis containing liquid, also called a blister. A virus is a minute microorganism, much smaller than a bacterium, characterized by a lack of independent metabolism and the ability to replicate only within living host cells. And a wheal. Transitory itchy elevation of the skin with a white center and a red surrounding area. A wheal is an individual urticaria or hive lesion. And again, lots of good pictures and illustrations of these and lots of exercises that, again, I highly recommend you do for extra practice. So here is a circumscribed malformation of the skin, usually brown, black, or flesh colored. At birth, this is called a birthmark, so it is called a nevus or a mole. Again, we learned that lots of these terms had a singular and a plural form. So again, it's not always easy to memorize how you're making them plural or singular, vice versa. So here's just what is the plural of a mole. Again, we know a mole is a nevus, and then the plural would be nevi, so the US becomes the I. And then these are just common skin lesions. This is figure 4.2 in your book. All the same ones. I'm pretty sure in the same order as well. So macule, papule, nodule, a wheal, a vesicle, pustule, and a cyst. So here's just a review question. Which term means sweating? Again, these are all built from, not built from word parts. So we learned that ecchymosis is escape of blood into the skin. Alopecia is loss of hair. So diaphoresis should be sweating. And that